grit and grind have led to this. Two determined teams, one coveted crown.
Every play, every step, give me all you got for 60 minutes. Let's go to work.
Boise State has their eyes fixed on back-to-back championship titles. Led by the relentless Ashton Jeanty.
Spinning into the end zone, my goodness!
Can the Heisman hopeful propel the Broncos to ultimate triumph?
UNLV at the top of their game.
Meanwhile, UNLV seeks redemption, fueled by grit and hunger.
Drives in, touchdown, UNLV!
Firing on all cylinders.
The Rebels look to play spoiler and rewrite last season's ending.
Look at him go! Serious!
The top two teams in the Mountain West.
It is going to be a fight.
A rematch with everything on the line. The Mountain West Championship is next on Fox.
Welcome to the 2024 Mountain West Championship on Fox. Sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? Since they installed this blue turf in Boise, Idaho, the Broncos have won 211 times on it. 82+% of the time. It's the biggest game in the history of this stadium, this turf. And all of these people are here to see it. Jason Benetti, Brock Ewart, Allison Williams downstairs. The 12-team college football playoff has opened up opportunity in so many outposts in this country to make the postseason in terms of the college football playoff. Both of these teams have a very distinct chance. Basically, win and you're in tonight.
It's not often that we get to sit in this booth and say everything's on the line. Everything's on the line. The Heisman's on the line. The conference championship's on the line. Yeah, and a playoff spot for both of these teams. And in this community that's seen such great football that you referenced, this is the biggest game ever. And nobody is afraid to say that. There's no hyperbole there. Like, this is the biggest game in this program's history, and you can say the same for the other side as well.
And one of the best players Boise State has ever had is their running back, Ashton Jeanty, college football's all-terrain vehicle.
He is so special. You listen to the Big Noon Kickoff guys just rave about his physical skills, and he's got all of them. But what I love is that he elevates his teammates. The greatest of players, Jason, it's not just their physical talent, and he's got all of them. The power, the strength, we'll talk about it all night long. But the minute he touches the ball, everybody in this building and everybody on that field knows he's the most dynamic dude there is.
Boise State here at home taking on a UNLV team that's resurgent once again. Let's meet the Rebels.
With grit and perseverance, UNLV has overcome impossible odds in its return to the title game.
They have been fun to watch.
With one of the most explosive offenses in the country.
Delivers! Touchdown!
There he goes! Chet Thomas!
The Rebels look to shock the world and punch their ticket to the college football playoff. These are the UNLV Rebels.
And here they come. Not exactly welcoming from the locals, and rightfully so. This has become a great rivalry in the Mountain West Conference. UNLV and Boise State met in the title game last year. They met back in October, and Barry Odom, the head coach of these Rebels, feels like they are much more equipped this year to win this game.
Yeah, we got a chance to call this very matchup in this very game last year, and they were a great story last year. This year, they're full of battle-tested veteran guys that fully believe, and Haj Malik-Williams, their quarterback, he sets the tone. He is a dynamic guy, Jason. On championship weekend, you'll see this all weekend long. When you've got a QB that can run it, and you got a QB that can throw it, and then he too has the confidence of all of his peers in that huddle. There is no fear. The conversation all week is, yeah, we respect these guys. We know who they are. We know who Ashton Jeanty is, but we don't fear any of them, and they believe they can get this done tonight.
They absolutely do. We've talked about Jeanty and what he can do. Boise State is a pretty complete team. Let's meet these Broncos here in Idaho.
Fear the blue. Boise State's dominant season has them on the verge of repeating as Mountain West champions. Led by Heisman candidate Ashton Jeanty.
Jeanty, go! He's unbelievable!
This team is a force to be reckoned with. The Broncos dream of cementing their place in the CFP and challenging for a national title. These are the Boise State Broncos.
Here comes Buster leading the Broncos. And he's carrying a sledgehammer while he is a sledgehammer. Ashton Jeanty breaks tackles like no other in college football. And with a win tonight, those Broncos very likely will get a bye in the college football playoff. We'll take it a break with our game countdown sponsored by Progressive as 20th ranked UNLV battles 10th ranked Boise State in the 2024 Mountain West Championship game. Kickoff is coming up next. Welcome back to the 2024 Mountain West Championship on Fox, sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? They call it the inversion, which keeps the cold right on top of you, though they're not feeling it. It is a 23-degree wind chill. Allison Williams is in the middle of it. Hi, Allison.
Hey there, JB. I'm ready to take on this cold, and the UNLV defense is ready to take on Broncos running back Ashton Jeanty. They know what they're up against. This is the third time they'll face him in the last 12 months. But the last time these two teams squared off in October, the Rebels defense did about as much as you can ask against Jeanty. They made him earn it. He had his lowest yards per carry average of the season at 3.8, and he didn't have a run over 20 yards. UNLV coaches told us our guys know what's required to get him on the ground. Head coach Barry Odom said our guys respect him and what he's been able to do, but they're not in awe of it. Linebacker Jackson Woodard said it is fun to face an elite player like Jeanty, and when you do, it's about playing sound defense, knowing your gaps, doing your 111, and when you do get a hold of him, do not let go.
Thought that was insightful from Barry Odom, what Allison just said. Like, they felt it before, how it is to tackle them, especially Ashton Jeanty.
I think it's kind of like facing Jason in this other sport you call, and that's just, you know, an elite pitcher. You feel his stuff. Spencer Danielson knows what his guy's capable of. That's why they, too, on that sideline have tremendous confidence. They know their stuff's good enough. UNLV feels like their stuff is good enough. Now let's go hit.
Win this game, and your future is very, very, very likely for both teams in the college football playoff. Boise State and UNLV for the Mountain West title. Here we go from the blue turf in the Treasure Valley of Idaho.